me again! Welcome to my channel! Let's dive right in. We've done videos on tigers, lions, and other land-based apex predators. But today, we are discussing the undisputed apex of the oceans, the awesome great white shark. We'll show you why it is the most feared fish in the sea. Why even the ocean's biggest whales don't mess with great whites. What makes these creatures so lethal, and why should you never swim where they swim? So grab some popcorn, hold onto your buckets, and get ready for an epic journey into the depths of terror. Okay, let's get started. Alright, now here's the deal. As we all know, there are all sorts of creepy crawlies living in the ocean. Jellyfish, squid, and anemones. Oh my gosh, even whales. However, when it comes to being the true master of the sea, the great white shark takes the cake. And I'm not talking about any ordinary shark here. This guy is massive. Imagine a giant fish monster that can grow up to 15 feet long and weigh over 5,000 pounds. That's bigger than a walrus. In fact, it's even been reported to eat baby whales. So yeah, you don't want to mess with this guy. But the craziest part about this shark is that it can smell blood from far away. Like really far away? Miles away. I mean, if you had a paper cut on your finger, this shark could smell it from 3 whole miles away. That's insane. And get this, it can also sense electricity. Like when a fish is swimming around, it creates a small electrical field around its body. The shark can sense this electrical field and use it to find its prey even in dark, murky waters. Talk about a superpower! But wait, it gets better. These guys are super fast. Like seriously fast. When they swim, they move through the water like a torpedo, reaching speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. That's faster than most cars on the highway. And when they jump out of the water, it's like watching a monster movie come to life. These sharks can leap up to 25 feet in the air. That's higher than a 2-story building. Now, you might think that this guy is all brawn and no brains, but you'd be wrong. These sharks are super smart, and they were even used in research studies to teach scientists about animal intelligence. They're so smart that they can recognize themselves in the mirror, which means they have a sense of self-awareness that's on par with humans. Talk about a brainy beast. This shark is known for its incredible strength. It has powerful jaws that can deliver a bite force of over 4,000 pounds per square inch. That's enough to crush a bowling ball. It has over 3,000 teeth that are constantly being replaced, so it always has a fresh set of chompers for biting. And it has a streamlined body that allows it to swim through the water with ease. But it's not just the shark's physical attributes that make it such a formidable predator. It's also got some seriously impressive senses. It has electroreceptors that allow it to detect the electrical fields emitted by other animals. This helps it to find prey even in murky waters. It also has a highly developed sense of smell, which allows it to detect blood from miles away. And its eyes are specially adapted to see well in low light conditions, meaning it can hunt day or night. Now, you might think that a creature with those kinds of stats would be pretty solitary, but you'd be wrong again. Great white sharks often travel in groups called pods, which can number in the dozens. And while they may be solitary hunters, they do have social interactions with each other. They communicate using a variety of sounds, including clicks, whistles, and growls. And they have even been observed playing with each other, which is definitely a sign of intelligence. Now, before we move on to the next slide, I'd like to ask you a favor. If you're enjoying this presentation so far and learning something new about great white sharks, please hit the like button. Your support means a lot to me and helps me continue educating you about amazing animals like this one. Thanks for your support. Now, let's keep going. Now, let's talk about how this shark actually hunts. These guys are ambush predators, meaning they like to sneak up on their prey before striking. They usually swim up to their prey and then launch themselves out of the water to grab their prey in their powerful jaws. They've even been known to jump up to 25 feet in the air to catch their prey. That's like a mini airplane ride for sharks. But this shark doesn't just eat fish, Otto. No! This guy is a carnivore, and he's not picky. He'll eat just about anything that moves, including seals, sea lions, dolphins, porpoises, sea turtles, birds, and even whales. And yes, great white sharks have been known to eat humans. Although it's rare, it does happen. And when it does, it's usually because the shark mistakes a person for its actual prey. That's why it's important to be aware of your surroundings when you're in the ocean. If you see a great white shark, don't panic, but do try to get out of the water as quickly and calmly as possible. Remember, they can sense fear, and that can trigger an attack. So stay cool and swim away. As mentioned earlier, great white sharks are found in coastal waters around the world, but they prefer colder waters. They're also known to travel long distances, covering hundreds of miles each year. This means that they're constantly on the lookout for new hunting grounds and potential prey. Despite their fearsome reputation, great white sharks play an important role in the marine ecosystem. As apex predators, they help to keep the populations of other species in check. They also serve as a food source for other animals such as scavengers and larger marine mammals. Without great white sharks, the balance of the marine ecosystem could be thrown off and other species could become overpopulated or extinct. Unfortunately, great white sharks are currently listed as vulnerable species. Their numbers have been declining due to factors such as overfishing, habitat loss, and climate change. Overfishing has led to a decrease in the availability of their prey, while habitat loss and climate change have altered the temperature and composition of the ocean, making it more difficult for them to survive. In addition to these threats, great white sharks are also targeted by humans for their skin and fins. Despite international regulations banning the trade of shark products, illegal fishing still occurs, putting further pressure on great white shark populations. Now, let's talk about some ways we can protect great white sharks. One way we can help is by supporting organizations that are working to conserve shark populations and their habitats. There are several nonprofits dedicated to protecting sharks, such as the Shark Conservation Fund and the Pew Charitable Trusts. By donating to these organizations, you can help fund research, conservation, and education programs that benefit sharks. Another way we can help is by making sustainable seafood choices. Overfishing is a major threat to many fish species, including great white sharks. By choosing seafood that is caught or farmed in a sustainable manner, you can help reduce the demand for overfished species and allow populations to recover. But remember, the ocean is their home. We can't just waltz in there whenever we want without respecting their space. So if you do decide to go into the ocean, make sure you're prepared. That means no shiny jewelry that might attract sharks, no perfumes or lotions that could smell like prey, and no splashing around like a maniac. Just remember to be calm and respectful, and you should be fine. Well, as fine as one can be when sharing the water with a hungry shark anyway. All right, folks, it's time to end our session today, but don't go anywhere. We've got more awesome content coming your way. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more wild encounters with nature's most amazing creatures. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of the natural world. And remember, the ocean is full of surprises. So respect the water and respect the creatures that live in it. Who knows, you might just make a new friend.